I recently replaced the valve cover gaskets of my 2006 Infiniti M45. I have to apologize in advance that this video is not going to be a tutorial for anybody just curious about how to do the job from start to finish, but rather this is for people who are already fully committed to doing the task and just want to bounce back and forth some ideas on how to do it efficiently, right? Because of the nature of the task, it is really long. And for people that work by themselves especially, the goal of recording good video would have been in direct opposition to the other important goal of doing the job quickly and properly, because I would have been moving in such ways to gain access to the really tight packing of this engine bay, which would result in poor lighting and useless video at the end of the day. So I do not think that this job is exclusively reserved for professionals. I actually think anybody dedicated enough can do it at home. However, I have to warn you, you need a good selection of tools. They're just 10mm tools, but still, you need to have a good selection of tools that can reach tight areas. So let me tell you what happened the last time I tried to do this job at home. Let's talk about this part of engine maintenance. So you're sitting in your car, you're driving down the road, and whenever you get to temperature, you start smelling burnt oil. Typically, there's only one way that would happen. So this is your valve cover. This plastic thing is your valve cover or rocker cover, depending on where you are and what they call it. And in between here, there's usually a valve cover gasket. It's a rubber thing, and you can see this one's kind of weeping a little bit, but I guess I wiped it clean. Right here are your exhaust manifold, right? So typically, if you can smell oil, it's because this valve cover gasket is leaking, and that oil drips all this, on the sides over here and hits the hot exhaust manifold, and that's why you smell it. It's really hard to smell oil that's leaking from anywhere else, right? If oil is leaking from the front over here, this is your, front main seal, your crankshaft seal over here, and then in the back, you have your rear main seal over here. If those are leaking, I mean, there's nothing between here and the ground to burn the oil, right? So it's not really going to smell. You're not going to smell it. So typically, if you can smell burning oil, especially when your engine gets a temperature, your valve cover gaskets are the culprit. And I'm going to do this job on my car 2006 Infiniti M45. That generation was a lot tougher because they made the engines a little tighter, a little better packaged, so to say, for handling and dynamics and all that and stiffness, but it sucked. The earlier models, 2003, 2004, M45 and 2002 and up, Q45 had more space in the engine bay to do this. So there's some tricks that, the guys with the 06 plus M45s end up doing. Excuse me. And unfortunately, I'm not going to record the process because it could take up to 4 hours. I think by experience, that's how long it's taken me, just going slowly and being very meticulous. And as much as I love you guys, I am not that dedicated. So I'm going to kind of skip through the process, and I'm just not ready to do 6 hours of footage. Or 4 hours or whatever it is. That's a lot of editing and a lot of repositioning cameras. So for now, I'm going to leave it like this and basically say if you're smelling oil when your engine gets to temperature, you have a valve cover leak. It could be dry. It could be cracked. It could be anything. Basically, your rubber turns into plastic, hard plastic. And you could try, I guess, just come around and tighten them, but I prefer just change them out. All right, so let's go talk through the process. Call this my maintenance log for the silver 06 Infiniti M45. I'm changing the valve cover gaskets. I already got the other side, by the way. No wires over there. And this is, as I said, my video log that I did replace them with some parts I got from Lowe's. Not Lowe's, AutoZone. That's talking on the fly for you. But no, here are the part numbers, and I bought this particular set from AutoZone. Here we go, Felpro VS 50843R. I was a little concerned, but actually both of them came in that little package. They can be rolled up. These are pretty nice. They have those teeth that hold, so I don't have to use RTV. I don't like using RTV, by the way. But cleaned it up. And I did manage to remove the valve cover without going into the battery area. As you can see, that's still intact and it's got stuff on top of it. So obviously I did not use that area. Yeah, I was able to make it work. Same here, by the way. As you can see, the brake area, brake fluid reservoir cover area has got a bunch of tools on it, but I was able to access the area anyway. It required a selection of tools, but again, it's manageable. And as you can see, I stripped the harness off everything here to make it easy enough for me to actually just fling the harness back there. Here's the harness. This is the left side. The right side. The right side harness, it's kind of just bent over. It's just bent right there. But yes, I did remove it as far as I could as well. And then, no special tricks really. Back here, the only thing I did to be able to access this, because you do have this bong over here, which is the reason you usually have to remove the battery on the battery tray. I just bent this bracket backwards. This bracket holds the O2 sensor plug. So I bent that towards that way, and a bunch of, not even quarter turns, man. Took quite a lot of little turns, but once I was able to get it loose enough, I was able to reach with my hands and get it done. So now I'm gonna go ahead and install this. As I said, I'm almost done with the job, and to realize that I haven't really taken any proof, I don't have any proof that this job was ever done. So yeah, that's it. And there you have it. This is where we're going to leave it today. Valve covers replaced, valve cover gaskets replaced, and coil packs installed. I checked the PCV valves right here, and both of them work fine. It's a check valve. They rattle. Air blows on the way out. Air does not go in the way in. So both of them do that. That's good. As I said, blue gaskets. That's good. That side. Check this side as well. You can see the blue over there. Everything's good. Again, did all that without having to deal with that. And honestly, I believe I've saved a whole lot of time. Although the manual tells you to go back there. As I said here, what I did was just get my gear wrench, this guy right here, and bent that bracket backwards, and then just used that. Yes, I made a lot of turns, but for me, it worked out well. I suppose for people who live in climates that, this one especially, it's so stubborn. The last time I did it, and the car did not really, well, no, it did have a little bit of rust, but the battery tray was corroded, so I had to get a drill bit, a hole saw, and cut it out. It was a mess. I didn't want to do that again. This one here, maybe I would have been able to do it, but I just did not want to disconnect the battery. Over here, maybe I would have had some luck, or they would have been faster, because all this requires is sending extensions down there and being able to get that last bolt. That's all the time savings is. But as I said, even back here, I was able to use this one, and all I did was just set it there and turned it. This side has way more clearance than the right side of the engine in the left-hand drive cars. Yeah, I think it's a good place to leave it. When I come back at it after my break, I'll be just putting the wire harness back together and putting all the plumbing together. By the way, while here, I also did some vacuum hosing. This one right here, this one's new hose into the Vias actuator. I'm gonna need a new hose over here. This one here, it's kind of dry, but it's there. Same here, it's dry, but it's there. I could replace it, I guess, but it's just, everything seems to be working just fine. So I'm not gonna tinker with it for now, but I'll keep, some spare hoses lying around just in case. Okay, this is good for now. Goodbye.